sometimes I just don't understand the internet. And what I mean by this is, like, I'm kind of part of the ROM hack. Like, I haven't actually personally released any ROM hacks, but I do enjoy seeing what the ROM hacking community and just the gaming community in general will do. I mean, recently, um, I did mention that, that there should be, like, updated, they should go through the SNES movie title library, um, where movie tie-in games were made for the SNES and change the music if they're based, if it didn't basically have any music from the movie to actually have music from the movie. Of course, this could be released as a ROM, for the internet. And then they brought up some really interesting points that copyright and whatever prevents them from doing this. So, um, but I mean, what about when Tecmo asked for the MIDI Roland T55 of Cuba Bayon? Mm. But recently, the ROM hacking community and basically just the um, uh, console modding community in general has done something pretty incredible. I mean, they've already released a very rough program. Well, I mean, it seems pretty rough. It's pretty hard to understand. Um, but they released this for the new Nintendo Game Watch color screen that's came out just recently. I mean, it only came out not too long ago, and there's already a ROM hacking and a console modding community for this thing. Like I said, the files are pretty hard. I mean, the the emulator, I guess you could call it, or uh thing is kind of really hard to understand. But then again, this thing just came out recently, so we're still working. I mean, the community is still working on hacking this thing to the fullest potential, and the amount of space on board this thing doesn't help either. As this thing has very little space that you can actually use, like in the megabytes, very low in the megabytes. I'm pretty sure an actual standard burnable CD, like a CD minus R, or just a regular burnable CD, or even writable CD, with 700 megabytes is more than what the Nintendo Game & Watch color screen has. Which is really funny and really, really strange to think about, because you would think that the thing would have a lot more memory, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, the thing is small, sure, but we've put tons of data on really small things that are much smaller than that by now. I mean, there's micro SD cards that are 128 gigabytes. Now I'm pretty sure there's even terabyte ones. Maybe even 4 terabyte ones. Of course, I can't afford anything like that. At the least, I would be able to afford a 1 terabyte, maybe a 2 terabyte micro SD card, but I can't afford that. Those are too expensive. I think maybe the price will go down in a couple of years for the 1, maybe 2 the price might go down in a couple of years for the 1 terabyte ones. Maybe the 2 terabyte ones, it'll probably go down. But the 3 and 4 ones, those are going to stick around the same price for a long time. Because we literally just discovered this technology to put something that big into something that small. So it's not like it's impossible for Nintendo to relocate some extra space in this small console. I mean, just look at what they do with the new 3DS. You could swap it out with a up to 64 gigabyte SD card, micro SD card, which I mean is kind of a little ridiculous considering that this Nintendo Switch can register 128 gigabyte ones. But I suppose that's better than nothing, 64 gigabytes. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Game & Watch color screen runs lower than 700 megabytes. I'm pretty sure it runs lower than 64 megabytes, which I'm pretty sure is lower than an N64 can handle already. I'm pretty sure that it's even less than 8 megabytes. I could be wrong though, but it's like, why would you make it that small? Just to make sure that people couldn't put games on it? I mean, people are already doing that.